Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from NMWatch, and yes, I am back with another not a watch review but a watch accessory review. Okay, so I think a few days back or a few weeks back, one of my subscribers asked me what will you get on the 11/11 sales on AliExpress. So I've just quickly replied to him. I've got a few items for from AliExpress 11/11 sale, and this is the first one. All right, so I've got a few things. I've got a watch and I've got a few things as well. So this is the first one, and this is, you can see that this it has this what they call this G-Shock logo here, and it is essentially this a metal bezel for my GWM5610, and I have to say this thing looks cool. I really wanted to do an unboxing and a video showing you guys how to replace the thing, but I can't help myself, but I quickly swap it out and put it on this cool product on my watch. And yeah, I think you have to agree with me that this thing looks really awesome, and it kind of you know what, really makes me want to wear this a lot more than I've already been. Right, so normally I will use this GWM5610 only during weekends when I run, but now because of this metal bezel, I really wanted to use this as my daily watch. But anyway, so let's just check out what's inside the box. So of course I will give you guys the link for you to purchase. I think they still have this Black Friday sales going on, and yeah, so the price, let's talk about the price. So normally this metal bezel kit will go for around $30 US, but I've got it for about, I think about 22 or 23 US dollars, so a very nice bargain. Yeah, of course I've used some coupons and stuff, and yeah, quite affordable for the piece that we've got. Right, so let's do a quick wristwatch check before we go on. I am now wearing this Heimdallr 6105 Captain Willard homage watch, right? So this is the black color version with the black ceramic bezel insert, and I've done a full review for this particular piece. So right now I am sporting it on this original Seiko silicone strap that I've got on my SBDC 053. I can't remember the name. I've sold that watch a long time ago, but I've kept this this original strap because I think it is so soft, and I just love it for that. Right, so it came on this metal bezel came in this particular box, and let's check out what's inside. So of course we have this foam, and we have a few screwdriver sets. So we have what do you call this? We have a Phillips, a flat head screwdriver, and we have another Phillips head screwdriver, and we have another cool piece, which is the spring bar tool, which I will definitely use because these things are just very useful. Right, so inside the box we also have these screws, but I didn't use it because normally, guys, when you do this type of modification, as much as possible use the original screws. But the difference between this one on comparing with the original screws is that this one is using the flat head. Let me see if I can take one of those out. So right, so this is using the flat head, whereas the original one is using a Phillips head. So I think it does have a bit of a darker color. This one doesn't have, so it might this one might look better compared to this, but as much, like I said just now, as much as possible I try to use the original screws whenever I'm doing a modification, especially on this Casio. Right, so alright, so the screws are all back in. Right, so of course inside this box we have originally we have this bezel insert, and this is the original Casio bezel, and you can see that it after 4 years of use kind of gets quite a lot of smudgy, and it doesn't really, it has a bit of degradation, I must say. Of course this is plastic, guys, plastic resin. It will deteriorate over time. It doesn't break as yet, but yeah, before it breaks, so I figured out let's do something to refresh the look of this particular watch. All right, so I've cleaned a bit of this my lint inside it, so yeah, that's pretty scary, right? So although I ordered this one, right, so this bezel insert, they kindly, I think maybe that is one of their package, they also give me this G-Shock branded metal keeper here. I don't use it on my watch because I am using this. This comes with this superb and awesome combi bracelet, but I will be using this on my DW5600, and yeah, that one would look cool, I think, right? So let's just do a quick comparison between the real thing and the replacement bezels, right? So let's just put it side by side. Okay, let's just focus this camera a bit, and yeah, you can see that the writing on this metal bezel is basically the same. So this one spells protection, and at the bottom says G-Shock, right? So there are a few cheaper versions of that you can find inside AliExpress where it doesn't have any writings, and right, so another version that is also a bit cheaper will only have this protection writing only. So I don't really like that, because as much as possible I try to maintain the general look, the original look of the bezel. But of course, if you guys prefer a much cleaner look, so maybe that is the version that you should go, right? So basically the dimensions are almost the same, but the major difference between this metal bezel and the plastic is, of course, the metal itself, right? So, and then the surface, right? So you can see that this one has a polished surface on the bezel, right? So other than this top surface, so on the top surface we have this brushing, which for me looks really nice. So but other than that, we have this polished surface, which I think makes it much more dressier, if you can say something dressy about a G-Shock. But yeah, it makes it a bit dressier in my opinion, but I don't really mind it. But on the side we have this vertical brushing surface, which for me somehow gives it a much better contrast if you compare it to the original one. Okay, right, so the finishing on this one, I think it is IP coated. So you know what, I've only used this for about 1 day or 1.5 days, so I have no idea how long this thing will last. Maybe it will get scuffed a bit here and there, but I don't really mind it, because you know what, even if it scuffs a bit, it will give it a lot more character, rather than this plastic one. When you scuff it, you can't really, you know, it doesn't look good in my opinion. So but if this metal bezel gets scuffs, you know what, it looks better with a scuff, right? So if you can see that my GWM5610, this crystal here is mineral crystal. You can see there's quite a lot of tiny hairline scratches here and there, and yeah, still this bezel is still very new, so yeah, maybe it will pick up scuff along the way, but still. But you know what, when I took it off, I just took it off, took 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. I just take out the old bezel and then just put it here and then screw it back in, and immediately this thing you know what, is looks at home on this G-Shock, right? So let's give it a weight check, right? All right, so as you can see here on the my scale, it is at about 105 grams. But so basically there's not a lot of difference between, of course when using plastic it's going to be a lot you know, less heavier. So it's about, I think it's about 80 grams, but I don't really mind. So everything let's say I use a bracelet on my other watches, my limit is 150 grams, so 105 grams is still doable. So I've brought this yesterday for a bike ride, and today I went jogging with it. It doesn't really feel cumbersome. So yeah, I think even Seiko haven't had any Casios with this combination, a metal bezel with this combi bracelet, and I think this is the perfect G-Shock for me, at least, right? So totally recommend it, guys, if you want to get one of these. So I will of course leave a link down below, and if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and of course don't forget to push the bell notification twice. And stay safe, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.